You mentioned that a revocable trust is like the sun, and if you were to draw out the structure, put it up there, primary house goes into it. Maybe you have active and passive separation. So you have active group LLCs under that, and then your passive side for real estate. Where does land trusts sit in that? And what's the benefit? Because it seems like they're tied to real estate.
They are tied specifically to real estate. They're there to hold a deed of a single property, for example. And if you want to go over that, I can go over it as an individual with your situation. Basically, as a passive income goes, we create a passive structure. 100%. I think it was the biggest mistake a lot of investors make is they take their active LLC, an LLC that handles rehabs, wholesales, all transactions. We use that one, keep a property that they saw the numbers were great, or they pick up a rental and leave it in the exact same active LLC. What happens there is it triggers the self-employment tax. You're exempt from the get-go because you put it on your Schedule E of your tax return, 1040. So you don't have to pay the 15.3%. But for those that don't know that and leave it in their LLC taxed as an S Corp for their active LLC, they re-engage that tax. Now you're overpaying on those monies. Tax purposes, very important to have a separate passive income structure. That passive structure include one single LLC and one land trust or a real estate for every property. It is a trust in and of itself. Basically, you're housing your properties under that passive LLC. What we then do is then take that LLC and assign ownership into your revocable living trust. That's what's giving that separation of your private personal trust from the land trust, because we don't want those together. Think of it this way: rental property, cars, those are liability producing assets that strangers are living in. You're driving and you can hit somebody, right? And somebody can sue you. You don't want those assets inside of your personal trust. We want them in its own asset protection bubble, in its own structure, to take liability and trap it over there. And we tie that over to your trust, because when you pass, you want to be able to keep that business whole, all liabilities on that side of the fence, but be able to convey that whole business to whoever you want after you pass.